Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Sashay with Barry. I am here talking about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10, Episode 11. I don't know the title of it, but it's something about evil twins. I am sitting here in my bathroom. Normally when I'm in the bathroom, I am on the floor in front of the tub. This time I'm actually sitting on the toilet. I am not using the toilet, I'm just sitting on it because I didn't want to sit on the floor. I just got out of the shower. I'm in a ratty old t-shirt from the Ice Palace that I won at Drag Bingo probably 6 years ago. It's what I sleep in because I'm getting ready to go to bed because I have to be up very early. I have to catch a train at 4:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to get on my flight out to LA for the taping of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10 finale. I'm so excited. But I just want to give you a few thoughts about tonight's episode. It's probably apropos that I'm in the bathroom wearing a ratty t-shirt because this episode was bizarre. I don't know what happened on it. I don't know what it was about. I'm sitting here holding a selfie stick. So you're going to get a lot of movement too because I don't know what's going on. But this episode was really weird from the start where they had to make the brunch pancake face, resting brunch face I think they called it. It was weird. Cheyenne Jackson was there to judge it. I don't know why, but he was. He picked Asia as his favorite. I thought Crackers was the best one because I loved the noodle hair, but I would not have picked Asia as it was a hot mess. And then he took it with him to give to his twins, which I hope he just threw it in the garbage because it looked like trash. It was a weird mini challenge, but Asia won. She won the mini challenge. She got some kind of prize. I don't know what it is because I didn't take notes. I was supposed to be doing this during the show. We were gonna do a live reaction video. I was with my friend Eric and his boyfriend Oz. Eric has been on the show a few times and he's about to move to LA, so we wanted to do it one more time, but it was just such a bizarre episode that I totally forgot to even do it. We chatted during the commercials instead of recording and it was so weird. I don't know how else to describe it. I didn't get it. I felt very unfulfilled in the episode. I felt like it was just bizarre. But they're gonna have to do twins, is the ultimate challenge, I guess. I don't know, I thought it was evil twins, but then it was like, pull out the characteristics that you like about yourself for the good part, and the characters that you don't like about yourself to be the evil saboteur, as Cameron Michaels would say. She said it wrong, and she said it wrong, and then she finally was corrected and said she's still gonna say it wrong, because that's who she is. It was weird. I thought it was gonna be actually a really good challenge. From when I saw the preview last week, I was like, oh, that could be really fun. But they tried to take it too seriously. And I know that they usually do like those reflections inside yourself, talk to the 4-year-old you, and what would you tell them now? But this did not work that way at all. It did not work. It just didn't work. And maybe they realized that and just made it into the most crazy episode ever. But they went out dressed as their good self, and then they did a runway dressed as their bad self. And then, well, no, they didn't. Oh my God, I totally did that wrong. They came out and did a good self and a bad self on the same stage. Clearly it was filmed twice. There's no other way to say that. It was filmed twice. It was crazy weird. They were like talking to each other and having reactions to each other. It was just bizarre. I don't know how many times I can say weird and bizarre in this, but I hope you're drinking every time you do because you will be wasted after 5 minutes because I just don't know what else to say. I don't know what to say about it. It was so crazy. Let's just talk about the outfits. Cameron wore costumes. She wore 2 of the exact same costumes in different colors. I know that they had to bring outfits for a, I want to say Neanderthal, but I guess cave woman kind of thing. I don't know what to call it. And she wore both outfits that she brought. Maybe she thought she was going to go home and wouldn't need it for a next challenge because they hadn't used it yet, but maybe next week that's what they're going to have and she's not going to have anything to wear now. Cracker also did the same thing. So maybe there's a reason they were about him. I think Aquaria did as well, but hers actually looked like fashion, so I think that's what saved her in wearing that. I wish I could think of the word that it was. That, oh well, I don't know what it is. They were cave women. But Cameron's look like costumes. They look like two costume pieces. They did look like a good and evil self of it, but they were just so poorly done and executed. I loved her makeup on the evil side. It was very like tribal looking, and I did appreciate that, but I didn't, the costume was just so ugly and costume like that it didn't work. And she, you know, she can't talk, so when she did the dialogue to herself, it just didn't work either. Next we had, I think Eureka was next, and she came out in 2 different plaids. I hated the first one. I thought it was ill-fitting on her. It was very clueless. I hated the yellow hair. I didn't like the pink outfit. The second one where she came out dressed as Divine, and she called it Divine Inspired. She was trying to rip off the Divine, except for she had yellow hair. And I didn't mind her hair on this one. I didn't actually mind her whole look. I even like the green plaid little skirt on her. I thought it was cute. And she played the evil part well, better than the good part, because I think she's just an evil person. But that's just my opinion. Not a popular one, but I think that's true. Next was, I'm going to say Cracker. No, I think it was Aquaria, actually. Aquaria was next, and she came out in this adorable, and I don't like a bodysuit on a drag queen at this level. I'm happy to wear a bodysuit, and I'm happy for other queens working in the bar to wear a bodysuit, but at this level I don't like a bodysuit. But this one was impeccable with the one shoulder, the boob. She rarely wears boobs, so I was happy to see her in some boobs. The hat was everything. I would wear that hat every day if I had it, and maybe I will make one, because it was perfection. And then it totally told the story of her being a fashion queen, which is what she needed to do. When you're this close, you can really see the wrinkles in my forehead. But her bad side, when she came out, was crazy good. It was so good. And I don't even know how to describe it. It was 2 animal prints. It was, I don't know. Michelle called it ocelot. I thought it was giraffe. Or brown cow in Monique's case, but it was apparently ocelot, which is a small cat. But she came out with the bloody apron and the bloody gloves and ripped them off, and she had the skull on her face, and then she turned around and that backbone on the back of it was glorious. I was so happy to see it. It made me happy because I was disappointed kind of with the first 2 looks, I guess, the first 2 queens that came out. So I was just thrilled to see this look. It was so good and so well done. And she did the challenge. It worked for her. As far as I'm concerned, it's Aquaria's race to lose right now. But next, let's talk about Miss Cracker. I didn't hate it as much as everyone else did, apparently. I mean, her jungle, and it wasn't jungle, cave woman look was weird. But it looked like her outfit, her first outfit, which I thought was kind of ugly and basic, the judges raved about. It was a little bodysuit with a coat, which is what I'm going to be wearing tomorrow. Not really, I'm wearing a jumper and a coat and a jacket. So it will be a little different, and mine is sparkly and pretty. And you will see pictures of it, and you will see video of it, because I will be taking lots and lots and lots of stuff. But I didn't really love the first one. I thought it was weird. I didn't like the color of it. I didn't like the cut of it. And I actually liked her cave woman outfit better, which was her evil side. And she was a little dark and brooding acting, but it didn't come across in her story. So I guess that's why she was deemed didn't do well in the challenge. But I didn't hate her looks. Not nearly as much as I hated Cameron's. And even I only liked one of Eureka's as well. So Eureka and Cracker were kind of even for me. Maybe Eureka was better because her story was better, and she talked about real things, especially about like going on disability and getting welfare. It was a little too close to home, I think, for Eureka, but that's what they wanted. They wanted you to go deep. And lastly, we have Asia O'Hara, and she came out in a creamsicle bathing suit. It was a lot of orange. It was, no, I said a bathing suit, it's a bodysuit. Her stones were tight. Her stones were tights. Her tights were stoned. I really need to go to bed. 3 a.m. is coming very quickly. Luckily, I have a 6-hour flight that I'm going to sleep on. But her tights were stoned. The bodysuit was stoned as well. I didn't like the orange hair with the bow in it. It was a little too much orange for me. But it wasn't a bad look. Her evil self was the best thing on the runway as an evil person. Aquaria's evil look was so high fashion and gorgeous that you couldn't help but love it. But this one was a real evil look, from the makeup to the bald head. She could have, like, maybe done her head better. It was kind of a different color, and I'm sure that's the bald cap that she painted over, and it just needed to be worked in a little more. But it was a different color than her skin. So that was my only complaint about her look. But I loved her outfit. I loved the dead balloons. I loved the makeup on her face. Her eyes were stunning to look at. And she was an evil bitch. And she was an evil bitch to Cracker on the runway. It was weird. So they sent, at this point, we have all the good girls and the bad girls on the stage at the same time. I don't know how that works. I know they recorded it more than once, because otherwise it would not work. But it was weird, the reactions between them. The judges were talking to each of them separately, like they were both there at the same time. It was crazy bizarre. But it's television. It didn't work for me. I hope it worked for you. But they asked let's send the good girls away and talk to the evil queens, because that's more interesting. And so they were supposed to stay in character the whole time. Cameron kind of had nothing to say, as always, but they didn't like her look. And then they asked the queens who they thought should go home. Cameron picked Cracker. Eureka, I think she also picked Cracker. No, Cameron picked Aquaria as her biggest competition, which is always a cop-out. But Eureka picked Cracker. Cracker played it safe and said that she and Cameron were in the bottom, but she's going to pick Cameron, obviously. And she's right. Cameron is the weakest. Who's next? Aquaria. Aquaria also picked Cameron. And then Asia picked Cracker and said the reason was because she doesn't think she's a star. That wasn't the question. It really wasn't the question. And it was kind of hurtful and uncalled for. And made me not like Asia very much because of that. And not that I'm a huge Cracker fan, even though I love her and I've seen her show and she's a great queen. She's a New York queen. I always stand for my New York queens. But that was just wrong. And it shook Cracker. And I think it shook her hard. Like, during Untucked, she was hurt by what Asia said. And at one point she was like, yeah, Lena Dunham went backstage and asked when they're asked that if they come back and they apologize for picking them, and Cracker in a confessional is like, yeah, I'd like Asia to apologize to me, and it never happened. It never happened. And then she reads the letter later and she's like, I'm sorry, I do see a star in you. And I said the same thing Cracker did. I said, too late. And then she said, too late. If I was her, I would have balled up that letter and thrown it away, because it was just so uncalled for and so wrong. Anyway, back to the show. Cameron is immediately placed in the bottom two. Eureka is safe. Asia is safe. Aquaria wins, and rightfully so. She did a great job this week. She is my only queen left in the Drag Race Fantasy League, and so I need her to stay in it, and I need her to score lots and lots of points. I wish she would have won the mini challenge as well, but she didn't, so I'm gonna have to just deal with her one win, and hopefully she gets lots of toots and boots. And lots of toots, not boots. And top toot would be great as well. If not, I'll probably be out of the league this week. And someone else was gonna take home all that money. It's not gonna be me. But that's another point. So then we find out that the only queen left is Cracker, so obviously she is in the bottom too. And they're gonna lip sync to a song that I don't know. I didn't write any notes down, so I can't even tell you what it was. But it is a song, and they knew the words. Both of them knew the words. It was kind of a lackluster lip sync for me, only because I didn't know the song, so I didn't know what to expect from them doing it. They both did tricks. Cracker did the splits twice, did a cartwheel, danced around her funky white girl dancing. Cameron couldn't flip her head back and forth because of her headpiece that she had on. It would have fallen off. But she did manage to do a cartwheel and split again, because that's what she does every time she lip syncs. 3 in a row. Cartwheel, splits, win. Cameron gets to stay again for the 3rd week in a row. How did she make it this far? Someone tell me. She got no personality. She's not that good. Her looks are usually good, but that's about it. She can't do any of the challenges. I'm so frustrated by her. And then they send Miss Cracker home. It was very sad. It was uncalled for. Didn't need to be. Everyone here on the East Coast is furious by it. And I say that because I go on Facebook. And all my friends talk about it. And no one is happy with it. So I think it was just a wrong decision again. I told my friend, talking to someone, I said, I think it was 2 bad decisions in a row. It happens that they both happen to New York Queens, so it makes me look very biased. And maybe I am. I love Monet. I love Cracker. I don't like Cameron. And then I thought maybe it was 3 wrong decisions. Like when there was a double save with Cameron and Eureka. Something weird is going on. The show is way overproduced. They're trying to run some story, and I don't know what that story is, and I don't get it. But that's who we have. We have a top 4. And we'll see where it goes. Like I said before, I will be in LA tomorrow morning. If you're in LA, you can reach out to me. I'm happy to meet you. I will be going to the taping tomorrow evening and tonight. It's going to be a long day for me. I'm excited for my friend David Setchko to come down from San Francisco. We're going to have a good gay weekend. After the taping, I'm going to go home and go to bed because I'm going to be tired. And then it is Gay Pride in LA this weekend, so I'm going to go out and be as gay as I want to be and as gay as I can be. We're going to go to the beach. We're going to go to RuPaul's Star on the Walk of Fame. I'm going to go try to find Lisa Vanderpump. And maybe, you know, I'll never come home. That's not true. I will. I'll be back on Monday to go to work. Because someone's got to pay for this trip now. If you want to send me money, I'll give you my Venmo. Send it away. Send me all your money. I'm happy to take it. But that's all I have for it. It's a quick one. But I just wanted to get it out before I go on vacation, before I go away for the weekend, because I don't know how much filming I'm going to be doing or how much I'm going to be talking to you all. But I'm going to do a little live video on my Facebook page, which is Sashay Away with, I think it's RuPaul's Drag Race Sashay Away with Barry. You can find it there. I'm going to do a live video while I do my face tomorrow. I'm not getting into full face because I don't do that, but I'm going to do a lip, a little highlighter, and some eyeliner. And maybe do something with these brows. We'll see. I'm not wearing a wig because I have a hat. I do have a very sparkly outfit that I'm very excited to wear. And some little baby heels because it's going to be a long day and Mama can't wear heels that long. So I'm looking forward to that. I will be there. I'm going to have videos. Then I'm going to take notes, excuse me, during the taping because we can't have our phones there, so there will be no footage. You can watch it all on the finale episode or on YouTube when they release the other videos, because there'll be performances during the taping as well that you won't get to see, but they usually release those. It's going to be interesting because I don't know how many queens are going to be there because it is Pride Month, so a lot of them have gigs already, so I don't know how many of the past queens will be there. I heard that Valentina already pre-recorded the Miss Congeniality thing, so she's not going to be there. I know that Shangela and Alyssa Edwards are in Europe somewhere. I want to say in Ireland right now, so they're probably not going to be there. So it might just be LA queens that are there. Sasha Velour should be there because she will have to do her final walk and crown the new queen, but we'll see multiple queen crownings because they record them all. So I'm excited. I love to see her. Every time I see her, I love to see her. So I will be anticipating what kind of gown she's going to be wearing for that. But that's all I got. Like and comment and share and spread the love. Like I said, it was a weird episode. If you didn't think it was so weird, tell me why you didn't think so, because I was just befuddled by the whole thing. The whole thing made no sense to me from start to finish. But that's all I got. I will see you all tomorrow if you watch me live. Sashay Away with Barry on Facebook. If it's not too long, I'll post it on Instagram as well, which is The Real Barry Brown. And you can find it all there. Bye! Can't find the button to stop it. Sorry, I'm still here. I can't find the button to stop recording, so I'm just gonna use my finger.